right, but here we go. fastcree on the screen once again, going against Kane. Just trying to get something going here. We'll definitely see if they're able to get that into fruition. We're going to be starting off at Smashville, so something a little different at least. So maybe he kind of recognized maybe PS2 is not the place. You do get the wrangle in ZSS here just a little bit.
So far, so good. A little bit smaller stage, which, you know, is a little bit not what you want as a zoner, but Kree doesn't really fully play Villager like a zoner.
That's true.
He plays like a madman. He plays like a mad scientist. And I think that is the best descriptor for someone of Kree's caliber. And right at the gate, a lot of tree shenanigans, but the Zaire actually was enough to nullify the hitbox.
What? That is dumb. Imagine you have a move that just kills people at 30% and ZSS just comes down, presses a Z button, and just says, you know what, I'm going to live here. And you just get to deal with that. That's not fair.
Unfortunately, that is life for many. But so far, so good on Kree, just kind of working hard here, fighting from that corner, making it known. But still very even, and this is what we saw in fastcree versus AOS. So Kane definitely has the makings to put Kree on edge here, especially, you know, with the ZSS power and the speed. There's a flip kick. Is that a boost? It is, and it is a stock indeed. So far, so good for Kane.
All right, there we go. Gonna go for the bowling ball to actually land with the forward there to put Kane off stage. fastcree is certainly struggling here a little bit. I think it's because we're talking about that difference. Kane here definitely seems to be a bit more aggressive, or at least approaches differently than AOS does, and it certainly is paying off for them at the moment. But not done yet. This is only the first stock in 122. They probably should be dying relatively soon. Oh, gonna miss the up smash. Unfortunate.
Kree's just looking for any good bit of damage that will steal the deal. Gonna find it there. Yes, actually gimping Kane's recovery there makes sense. Unfortunately, could not find the traction to get back. But Kane still has a bit of advantage in that percentage, so if they work hard, anything can happen and they can increase that lead, keep it going for themselves.
Sure, okay, here we go. We got the sapling on the left side there, but not gonna go for, you know, trying to water it up because Kane probably recognized it was there. Didn't want to get caught into a weird situation like the shield break we saw earlier against AOS. So well scouted, and at that point at least. But we're gonna continue moving forward here. Man, Kane is trying to get those up airs going. Those up airs don't quite combo into each other as well as they used to.
And I love that, you know, the little bit of boxing going on there, because the tree kind of forces you to fight, forces you to those hands. You can't really SDI away from them as effectively, so good way to get percentage on from Kree. But speaking of good percentage, that's enough to reset yourself to 0, because that is an excellent boost kick from Kane.
Yeah, we definitely saw fastcree try to go for that forward smash, not only just facing the wrong way, but just a bad call in general. And I mean, yeah, Kane's going to take advantage of that, going to run with that to the bank. And oh boy, okay, going to be able to get at least a little bit of damage. Taking only 4 so far. The Lloyd Rocket going to put a little bit more on. Won't find a way to take the stock, but that back air, oh, not going to be enough.
It's getting awfully close now. Kree wants to get this stock so soon, but Kane is making it so difficult. And I like it. I like the decision making and the movement from Kane. It's similar to the other style of ZSS we saw, and the percentage is racking up here. The extra credit is being made.
Oh, they were trying to go for a way to close out that stock, but Kane almost just, and not necessarily ending it all. It wasn't one of those spots where like, oh boy, I'm in a lot of trouble. But this definitely is getting bad as time goes on here. fastcree is not able to put away the stock, especially a 162 ZSS. Looking for that up tilt, just praying that ZSS is going to land on him. And that could be it right there, is it? No, not going to see a kill screen and going to have good enough DI to not get caught up in that situation. This is looking awful.
Okay, there's the kind of aggressive edge guard from Kane getting punished by quick nair from Kree. Now resetting the stock. Can you get the quick follow boost kick? That should be it. It is, and that is game 1 for Kane. It seems Kree might be having a bit of a ZSS problem in this bracket today, Skip.
I mean, I feel like everybody's got a ZSS problem. This character's unfair, man. I mean, this character's really good. I can't blame people for struggling against a character when they're as good as ZSS, but there may be something going on here. fastcree, I don't know, might be getting a little bit into their own head.
That's true. You need to kind of be able to beat your own inner demons before you can start taking on these really good opponents. So, but at the very least, Kree got a game on AOS in that winner's side. So with a bit of adjustments, maybe they can make it work again in this bracket and find more than just one game. They maybe can find 3.
Yeah, we'll see. I think
it's really hard, but
I think fastcree could do it, but like, I don't know. How did Kane end up in losers bracket? They got down there pretty early, huh? Did they? They lost to King Robo, so they dealt with a Okay, they tried playing ZSS and Snake, and King Robo just said, "Nah, dude, I'm playing the King."
King,
So like,
King K rule, baby.
right.
It's the royalty for you.
That's crazy. All right, well, definitely a weird situation because the way that Kane's playing here. No offense to King Robo. Also, by the way, King Robo just took it 3-2 over Weeb VJ. We'll be seeing them take on Drew 2 next on stream here, I believe. But to kind of lose like that and then kind of make this run and the way that they're playing right now, I'm a little shocked, man. Kane's absolutely killing it.
Sometimes heavies bring out the worst in us, you know.
Yeah, Wi-Fi heavies can can certainly be a menace in their own right, especially King K. Rool. I remember King K. Rool's first big buff was because of Wi-Fi, honestly. There's nothing else really to it.
Wi-Fi truly is a different beast for all of us, but you know what? It's a different beast entirely, so these two are bringing out their best right now. Cree working hard to get that percentage lead earlier in this game, and just finding good punishes just like that.
I think they, I don't know if they dropped the shield on purpose just to get out of that scenario, or if they were trying to parry it, but that was certainly a scary spot to be in regardless. And one thing I actually do want to see fastcree do here a little bit more, and they've definitely gone for the more setup side of things. Just drop that bowling ball off the side.
True. Just the straight vertical drop is more than enough to get rid of that boost kick from ZSS. So if Cree keeps that in mind, it's a definitely viable option for when ZSS goes low.
Right. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of times Kane has been opting for that low recovery time and time again. The same thing with AOS. And I don't think we've seen that bowling ball drop off the side at all. But who knows? Maybe we'll see something coming up here a little bit soon. But Kane trying to find a way to close out that stock. Not going to be able to find it.
Slow but steady recovery. Back to stage from Cree. Working hard to keep this lead. But you know, just like that, is gone in the blink of an eye. Now 2 stocks apiece for these two.
Yep, great stuff there, using the flip kick as well to kind of force fastcree to just get rid of all of that invincibility off the Angel platform, not have to worry about that at all. Moving forward here, fastcree is definitely getting the early advantage, putting down 37. We're gonna get Kane answering back a little strong as well, man. These two are certainly neck and neck.
I like the very gentle poking and prodding of Zaire coming from Kane. They don't want to fully overcommit to an option, so they're just kind of backing off and just giving themselves a nice disjoint to kind of really just annoy fastcree into having a different approach. Right. Quick to toss the stick out there. Does not want an extra variable in play, and perfectly understandable.
I mean, if Kane was an old Brawl player, I mean, ZSS used to rely on some items to get some pretty strong combos off in the beginning.
Very true. But, you know, a different era, a different character.
Era, indeed. Well, we will see if Kane's able to turn this around. Right now has been doing a fantastic job of keeping this relatively even with fastcree taking these stocks first, at least in this game.
Despite that, though, Kane has basically evened it up. It has more than evened it up. It is very, very close between these two. So, despite Cree's hard work, this is a very back and forth game 2. So far so good. It is excellent work by Kane to make just playing at a deficit and making sure that Cree is on notice. Because right now it's just a lot of getting back to stage and trying to pressure Cree.
Look at Kane is just looking for that side B time and time again. Just is not able to find the right opening for it. Oh, but right there we'll be able to get it close up the stock and all of a sudden having the lead. 129. They need a little bit of extra credit here because fastcree is certainly not wanting to go down to 2 ZSSs in a row.
It's not what you ever want to do. Quick attempted cheese from Kane, not fully committing because they Cree knows just to kind of back off and not let that happen. But even then, this is still a major deficit that fastcree needs to get rid of before it is far, far too late.
This movement from Kane so far is bouncing all over the place, trying to force fastcree in some sort of options that they can get at least a little bit of damage here. That's something that's been very important for Kane, is that they're not super worried about getting these crazy combos, putting down a lot of damage. They're more worried about getting, you know, these small chips of damage in there and eventually setting up for the big kill. 151 here right now, could be losing a stock themselves. But they're going to be looking for a way to possibly get the berry like that. Not going to be able to get it, though. Great mash.
A insanely good mash. Cree has at least on life there. 84%, down a full stock. But this is where things get awfully dubious.
Oh, they went for the side B. I don't know why. I think the back there probably could have been enough right there. Then there from fastcree going to even it up at 84%. That's a tough spot to be in. That sapling has a little bit of water on it, so be careful. All right, not gonna have to worry about that at all.
Spring season is here, and that means a lot of freshly grown green trees. Kane is keeping a very steady eye on them being grown, so no big issues so far. But even then, You never let your guard up against Kree. You have to play very smart and very safe.
Sure. Oh, they went for the forward air. I'm pretty sure they wanted the back air, but they were worried about drifting out a little too far. Unfortunate situation for Kane, but they are certainly looking to close this out very soon. fastcree's got to answer back immediately because it is looking a little bit dangerous.
Very dangerous indeed, Skiff. These two duking it out back air. Not enough to kill, but 127% now. Kree's on death's door. Needs to be so careful.
Okay, here we go. Flip kick just to turn things around. The forward tilt as well. Okay.
So spooky. Just going through the laser there too. Kree just backs up and says, "No, I'm good. I need to get out of here."
Oh, okay. You're playing with oh, no! What are you doing, Kane? You should have just let him do his thing. You had the percentage lead.
Spring has sprung, Skiff, and let's look at that. Even pull out a nice beetle, letting us know the cicadas are coming. Thanks, Kree.
Oh my God. That was a tough situation for Zero Suit Samus and Kane. They kept, like, they were so worried about closing out the stock that they just weren't paying attention to, like, what was going on. And, like, when the tree goes up and you realize that they have 100-something%, you know, a little bit of rage, you're at about 60, just let them do their thing. Just wait. I mean, because at this point in time now, is not only do you feel defeated because you dropped the game, but you got to think of how much time you took in that game. That was 5.5 minutes, right? That's a lot of time to have the lead and then just let it all go. That's a bit of mental damage moving forward. It could be the opening fastcree needs to really turn this around.
Patience was the play of the game there, and Kane did not have it in them. So unfortunate. But Kree is just happy. Kree is just like, tree go up, percent go up. Tree go down, stocks go down. Yeah,
right.
That's the power of Villager, that's for sure.
All right, well, hey, just going off with a berry to start things off here really quick. We'll see if Kane is able to turn this around, but it is certainly looking a little bit tough here.
And this is actually the game that Kane won on, like the stage was game 1 on Smashville, so maybe Kane just wants that familiarity and the superior stage for them, something they can definitely work with. And we're seeing what we saw in game 1 again, just very scrap heavy, very in each other's faces, a lot of pressure, a lot of percentage just being traded back and forth between these two.
A lot of dancing around here, a lot of nairs, a lot of jumping from both players. Okay, great back air placement, jeez.
Very good awareness overall from these two. I like that, trying to get around it. Quick, just jab next to the sapling for good measure.
Okay, yep, throwing out that Lloyd rocket. Ooh. Okay, Nair, just to kind of get something going here. Oh no, the down air. Getting him right off the ledge. Not gonna be able to take the stock though.
Quick riding that Lloyd rocket all the way. Actually missing the boost kick there. That was so unfortunate from Kane. They had the stock just wrapped up, but they managed to just barely miss the confirm. That is so unfortunate.
I think they ran too far forward, unfortunately. That sucks, but you know what? It is what it is. And now, okay, gonna be able to find a way back to stage, but fastcree was certainly putting on a show of just how to keep ZSS off stage in general. It'll be tough. Okay, gotta find a way to get out of that pressure that fastcree's been putting on.
Just riding that Lloyd all the way to the blast zone. Actually, like, crashed into the taxi back there. Flew directly into one of the windows, and looks like he got a quick ride back to the Angel platform.
Yeah, I mean, hey, good stuff, man. That's what we, who's the taxi driver again?
Captain? No, does Captain do the taxi in like Wild World?
I'm not sure. Either way, great stuff. We're actually going to be able to see fastcree to even up the stocks back immediately, but so far it's just been back and forth, man. This is very similar to game 1 here before Kane actually starts taking a huge lead.
Update, it is actually Captain.
It is Captain. All right.
4 points for Let It Rain, but a lot of percentage points for these two competitors, duking it out, keeping it close. And this is just such a big fight fest. It's not what you expect to see from these two characters either. Like, you expect it to be a little bit more conscientious about their overall movement and positioning, but these two are just going at each other's throats just like that.
Yeah, that's a huge opening for Kane. They need to find a way to keep this damage going here to maintain this lead. Dash attacking into the Lloyd rocket. Not going to be anything super crazy. A little bit of damage. You're not going to lose a stock, though, so it's not the worst thing.
Exactly. It's down but not out. I mean, we saw worse that last game. We saw it create such a difficult deficit. So anything is possible between these two. That up smash is more than enough. The fireworks firing second stock away from Kane. So anything is, again, possible here. And Kree might be able to have it in him to take it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous here. Uh-oh. Is like, kane has been too far, like, willing to get aggressive. Like, very, very aggressive. And I think you need to dial it back just a little bit. ZSS has got some great defensive options. Keep up with that poking game, because it's like, as soon as the final stock comes out here, kane just, like, holds forward nonstop, trying to close the game out. And fastcree's been taking advantage of it nonstop.
It's very difficult to say the least. Tree's kind of coming out very scary. Looking for something like a roll there. Finding a berry, not really getting much of a follow-up though. Kane, again, that's what you said. Kane's kind of scrambling a bit in these situations. He's very nervous and just not finding stuff that can really just secure the stocks and get him the game.
Right. Okay, just one chop, two chop. Uh-oh.
Will the berry be it?
Could be enough. No,
Not
has one
enough.
more shot at life.
So delicate. You need to be careful when fighting a ZSS, but at the same time, Kree is so scary, but it's actually the Plasma Whip that's going to take that game 3.
I'm actually surprised. I thought fastcree was going to live there at least, like, the last possible chance to live, but no, it's not enough. Great stuff to kane, but kane is certainly looking, like, nervous for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on, but as soon as that final stock pops up, they like you said, they scramble, man.
It's definitely nerve-wracking to fight against a good opponent, even when you're doing well. Sometimes people kind of get caught up in their own situations where it's like you think about a process you know how to do naturally and you start messing it up. It's like
Right.
you're playing tennis and you're like, oh, hey, I didn't know, like, I really like to serve the way you serve that thing. And the next time they serve it, they're going to be thinking about it weird and they're going to mess up. It's some age-old mind tactic that sometimes you can really just get in your own head if you're not careful.
Right.
So Kane needs to be like, I'm not fighting a PR player in Maryland. And then like a last stock scenario, like I'm just fighting someone that I know I can beat because I'm playing well, and it doesn't matter because I can win.
Right. Yeah.
And
We'll
just don't
definitely
get
see
caught up
how-
in the movements.
Exactly. We'll definitely see how things start to develop as we move forward here, though. We're getting into a game 4 situation. It's do or die for fastcree. I'm sure they're taking their time here to figure out, okay, looks like we're going to be getting into our next game. I don't know what stage we're going to be on, but, I mean, you got to figure it out, man. You got to get it together.
You need to find something to really make it work. And it's actually Kalos. It's a very big stage, very high ceilings to avoid some of the, maybe some of the possibilities that ZSS can bring to the table, but also stuff like walls and just kind of decently shorter vertical or horizontal kill spots, rather. A little bit wider than you think. So a lot of stuff to keep in mind as these two are just duking it out like normal.
Right. Well, we'll certainly see how things start to play out as we move forward here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, a little bit of a tough spot here for kane. They're taking a lot of damage. I mean, these platforms are going to give fastcree a little bit of advantage, especially with that dash attack. That dash attack got a little bit of a buff not too long ago, and it being a projectile as well kind of allows them to keep a lot of space, just kind of force ZSS to stay in the center stage. It's like a weird, like, I'll take the ledge, don't worry about it. I don't know.
Some characters really do have that ability to just be oddly successful at ledge despite having limited invincibility. So it's definitely a strategy for sure. We've seen Kree use it. But right now, it's just like you had a really good percentage lead, and now it's almost gone.
Yeah, no, well played from kane. Just kind of pushing down, not letting that definitely get to him, but gonna flip jump right into the up smash. Unfortunate for kane, but you know what? He's definitely found a way to turn this around here. We'll see if fastcree's able to keep it together. Definitely gonna need some extra credit coming here soon.
Excellent work so far. Kree wants, to keep this lead, get that extra credit, but kane is working overtime to get this stock out. And is that plasma going to do it? Yes, it will. Only 24%, in difference between these two. And if kane works hard, this could just be the possible end goal. This could be continuing on making top 4 today.
Okay. All right. All sorts of crazy stuff happening there, but we're going to get a little bit of the jab, and then the jab to stop it. Going to get the grab as well. Put him off stage. Some Zair action here. Kane is certainly trying to get this damage built up, but fastcree starting to answer back is exactly what they needed.
Indeed. I'm liking it. Bit of mix-ups there. Getting some aerials as well. Kree just working hard to make sure that things can really just happen. Both these characters have a wall jump, too. Fun to keep in mind for this Kalos stage. Those little bit of tricky movements can make a bit of difference in a matchup like this when they are so neck and neck and so at each other's throats. The parry on the boost kick, but unfortunately not really a lot of follow-up there. Just kind of the flex.
I mean, hey, if you can at least just not get damage to it, that's fine. I mean, if you don't get the punish, sure, the parry kind of ended up being a little bit of a waste, but, you know, it's better than actually just dying.
100%. That is something you'll take any day of the week. And I didn't notice this, but like the threat the Lloyd is like protecting fastcree from the flip kicks. It is preventing them from getting buried or sent into the stage like that.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times when he's fighting AOS. AOS just flip kicked right into it, and actually when he's in stock 4 too.
Great stuff to keep in mind. Kane needs to be a little bit more careful and aware. Kree's just like looking to schmix Kane with a little bit of the trickiness.
I don't know about the turnaround up tilt. But you know what? I appreciate the schmicks as it is. But that's going to land you into a flip kick, apparently. And we're going to see Kane take the lead here, 141. They need to be careful. They need at least like a 50 to 60% lead here before they lose this stock. Otherwise, I'm not convinced that they're going to be able to close this out.
Oh,
and
no.
They're not going to get anything. It's an even game, even stocks as we move forward here. 3.5 minutes left.
This is getting kind of spooky because, as you said, Kane needed a little bit of insurance to like maintain their composure, keep them kind of safe. Now it's kind of a last stock scenario between these two, and I expect a lot more blows to be traded as we're seeing right now. These two just scrapping. But at the same time, Kree can take this. Kree can take it to a game 5 pretty easily. But also at the same time, this could be Kree's last stock at the tournament.
It could very well be the last stock here. I mean, they're very, very even at the moment. Kane is starting to struggle here with some of the wall that fastcree is putting up here. Oh, this could be a huge opening. Are they going to be able to capitalize on it? Not quite. Oh, you don't want to get stuck in that situation, though. fastcree was looking to close it out. But still, the spike happening either way. Kane's going to take it 3-1. Oh, my.
So Kree went off stage there to try to secure the stock and gimp Kane, but in the process, re-grabbed ledge, which means Kane got back first, and it was the easiest opportunity to just flip kick spike there. So because of Kree's own eagerness to end the game, he got what he wanted, but in the exact opposite direction of it, because that is Kane taking it 3-1 over fastcree. 2 ZSSs knocking Kree out of bracket today, 3-1.
Yeah, just, you know, hey, really good stuff in general, but man, dude, that's tough. It's tough when you fight one ZSS and you're like, okay, I'm ready for the next one, but then the next one also takes that first game. You're just kind of like, oh, geez.